Absolutely. And the snow season starts, because it's further north, it starts earlier.
Yeah.
So when you get there, whether November, December, whenever you go in, the snow is deeper there, much kind of richer conditions that you're going to get
Yeah.
for all those experiences you want to do than you will get further south. It's just geography, you can't fight it. But I do know that because last year there were some other companies with snow guarantees, and they weren't too many happy customers about the place. But I can say from experience that I do know that you guys are so proactive with your snow guarantee. And you'll often straight on the phone to a customer if there's a problem. And I think it's been quite a few years since there's a problem because you are so far north.
Yeah, so we've
Customers
only
are
had
very
it
positive.
once in the 16 years that I've been with the company, which was in
Yeah,
26, was it 2018? 2018 it was, where at the very start of the season, right at the end of November, it took a little while for the snow to appear in Saraselka, and then as always, it appears in abundance.
yeah,
Yeah, it's only happened the once for Santa's Lapland, where we've had to either push back holidays or transfer them to a different season, or obviously people are welcome to a full refund as well if that snow guarantee cannot be assured. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's look at some of these signature inclusions and kind of stress-free stuff that you do. We already talked about the Santa packs, which are really crucial and unique to what you do, really, there. Let's talk us through the winter clothing, because this is always a big one for people. They want to know how they're going to keep warm, how the kids keep warm, what they pack, what they don't pack. So what comes included in the package?
So, included in a Santa's Lapland package, all children 3 and above and grown ups will get a thermal suit and boots. They also get woolen thermal mitts and socks as well, woolen socks. So, these are the kind of standard package that you get. And then underneath is all about your base layers and also baggy layers, because it's the warmth within the layers that creates the keeping you warm. Basically, it's always worth on your first day, you go out, you get your basically you get your snowsuits as you come into Saraselka. So you get off the aircraft, come into Saraselka and get all your thermal bits. And that first afternoon is a great way to test out your layers. How many layers do you need? Some bits get colder than others and so forth. Also, what I found really useful over the last couple of seasons is these little heated hand heaters, warmers, feet warmers. You can get ones that look like a shoe sole that you can put in your boots. They're really handy to have as well. A woolly sock for your phone or camera, because in the Arctic temperatures, phone batteries, camera batteries don't last as long, so it's worth having them in a woolly sock or something that you can put inside the inside of your suit. And that's a good
A good
tip.
idea.
The snoods, balaclavas, they're good to take with you as well. So what actually is included is all your thermal suits and boots and stuff. It's just the little accessories and layers that you need to put on underneath.
Yeah, so like a couple of t-shirts, like
Yeah,
some jumper or so, nothing really heavy, but
thermals, hoodies, tracksuit bottoms, no jeans. Jeans aren't great, but yeah, thermal leggings, that sort of thing.
so there's no need to buy anything special,
No.
just the normal stuff that you'll have around.
And now with the likes of some of the low-cost supermarkets and sports stores, they're all really affordable as well. You can pick up some great thermal bits.
Yeah, so they're going to need to take with them, as well as a few base layers and stuff, they're going to need to take with them a hat,
Yeah,
also gloves, yeah, the undergloves underneath the mitts.
yeah.
They're going to need what a snood, I think. What do
Snood,
you kind of
yeah.
call that?
Snood
A
or
snood, yeah,
balaclavas are great because sometimes it can be quite windy and the wind chill's quite up. So it's really worth sometimes when you're doing like your snowmobiling or your husky ride, it's worth having your cheeks covered, especially for the younger children as well. Things like, yeah, snoods, just layers really, and what you would wear in the winter months here.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then
absolutely.
and then your snowsuits and boots and accessories will get provided in resort as well.
Yeah. So I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm up in the loft at the moment recording this, and the rain is pelting down. I don't know if you can hear it there or not.
I can't hear it, but I know it's the seasons are definitely changing this week. It's been pretty grey and rainy here too.
So let's get on to the fun stuff now. So talking about the Huskies, the reindeers, and the snow adventures. So we've talked about what's in the park, but people often ask about, we stick on Husky rides to begin with, because there's all different lengths of times for runs. So I know we have a few options with you guys, but there's some that are kind of taster sessions by some are kind of like 5 minutes long. And I had the benefit of experiencing one of those with the kids many years ago. But those aren't always too healthy for the dogs, are they? Or really sure stopping and starting. They need to be able to run a little bit longer, which is healthy for them.
Yeah.
But talk us through your Husky inclusions and what they have on
Well,
the
to
typical
start
trip.
off, we have our animal welfare policy in place. So everything that we do with Santa's Lapland is making sure that the animals that are involved in Santa's Lapland are well kept and looked after as well. With the two trips that we've got, the Santa's Magic and the Aurora program. So with the Santa's Magic, they get the Huskies, reindeers, a snowmobile search for Santa, a private family meeting with Santa. Now, them activities obviously can vary a bit in time, but you're looking at 10-15 minute excursions. With the Husky rides, you get to know a bit about the Huskies and how they're used for, a bit of facts and finding. The children get to pet them as well. And then there is a set out Husky track that is around the forest that they'll get to do as well. So I'd say that the Santa's Magic is around 10-15 minutes. If they book the Aurora package, which is a slightly higher end package, where not just for the activities, but in terms of accommodation, they also get to do an exclusive snowmobile safari, which isn't included in the Santa's Magic. But they'll also get a reindeer sleigh ride on their first evening, as well as a wilderness dinner. Obviously, they do their magical search for Santa, but instead of by snowmobile, because they get one already included as an excursion, they'll do this by reindeer. They also do an added extra for the Aurora is they've got the private family meeting, obviously with Santa, plus a special meet with the Aurora elves, who are full of magical tales. And they've also got an elves workshop that is a very interactive workplace where customers and families can get involved in helping the elves save Christmas. As I mentioned, they get their exclusive snowmobile ride, safari, and Husky sledge ride. Now, these activities for the Aurora program are slightly longer. So you're looking at more kind of that 20 to 30 minute experiences. So they're slightly longer on the optional extras. They get slightly more in terms of what's included for the Aurora program and a higher end in terms of accommodation.
Yeah, okay. So then just to confirm on the Magic package, they get their Husky ride 10-15 minutes long. So they get a reindeer ride?
Yeah, so Husky, reindeer, and private snowmobile ride to search for Santa. And they also
Okay.
get things like the mini skidoos, ice hockey. They had crazy golf as well there the last time I did it, like a little ice golf course, putting course. All their sledging and things like that is also included as well. And also the spectacular elves show, which is in the igloo that I spoke about. That's also
Yeah,
included in the Santa's Magic.
fantastic. So mini snowmobiling, you said about that, didn't you? And some people asked me some questions about that and how do you keep hold of the kids when they're off on their little mini snowmobiles?
So it's very safe. It's a little snowmobile that's attached to one of the trees, and they can't just go off health leather and into the wilderness and get picked up at the airport 3 days later. It's very safe,
Okay.
and it's a mini snowmobile that's around kind of the activity centre, and it's very safe for them.
Yeah, so for you, what is your personal favourite of all the activities and why?
So I have to think, and this is just from my family's experience, meeting Santa was phenomenal. Santa greeting them by their name, having the letters that they wrote to them 6 weeks prior was very magical, and it even brought a tear to my husband's eye. So that was just a very intimate, close experience, and it was very magical. But I have to say, the Huskies for me was so much fun. So much fun. I did laugh a lot. With my husband was driving, I was sat in the sledge with the children, and it was fantastic. My family are massive animal lovers, so it was great for them to meet the Huskies and get to know a bit more about working dogs. And yeah, it was brilliant. It was brilliant. So I'd have to say the Huskies.
Yeah, the Huskies for you.
Yeah.
Awesome. So looking at we've talked a little bit about the optional extras and things. So what kind of extra optional add-ons can we do to help make that package
Yeah. So if you're doing a two-nighter, so we can do Santa's Magic for 2 nights or 3 nights, the same for the Aurora program as well. So each of the itineraries can be done for 2 and 3. So on the two-nighter, you've got time to do a Northern Lights snowmobile safari on one of the evenings, which is a fantastic way to go off into the wilderness. You can either the children get pulled along on the sleigh from one of the guides, and the grown-ups can actually drive their own snowmobiles, and you get to go into the wilderness and look for the northern lights. Getting away from them artificial lights is really important from the main resort so that you can have the best chance at seeing them. You've also on the two-nighter got time to do one optional extra on the morning before you depart to go to the airport, obviously dependent on the flight times, but usually there's a time on one of the mornings to do. The 3 night experience is obviously the one where you can get in more optional extras and have that day at leisure. So the day after you arrive, you have a free optional extra day. So you can book 2 or 3 different excursions that day, go off and do a bit of sledging, go and have a nice hot chocolate, get to explore Saraselka, do some snow angels sledging, that sort of thing. So again, you can fit a good 2 to 4 in on the 3 nighter and possibly 2 on a 2 nighter.
Okay, awesome. And the types of things they do there, I've seen, and something that is getting quite popular this year from people who I'm speaking to, is the kind of downhill skiing with a bit of tuition on it as well. So the
Yeah, so
kids can get that.
Saraselka is a really big downhill skiing, snowshoeing ski resort. It's not for those that are hardcore skiers. It's good for those that want to try a bit of skiing. Snowshoeing's a really good activity as well. It's such good fun and a great way to be outside and enjoy nature. And it is like having tennis rackets stuck to your feet, but it's really good fun. But yeah, Saraselka is a great resort for those that want to try a bit of skiing. Again, they would need to do one of the 3 night experiences to be able to have the time to fit that in as well. And the optional extras are full length experiences. So if people know that they're going to love the Huskies and know that they're going to want to do a bit more like I did, then they can book a full length excursion to the Husky farm as well.
So how does that full length excursion look, kind of time wise?
Time wise, it's usually around an hour, 40 minutes to an hour. Obviously, you've got to factor in the travel time to the farm and learning a bit about the Huskies. But in terms of kilometres and so forth, it will be longer than what they experience on their search for Santa Day.
Yeah, yeah, awesome. And you also do the same for the I think it's Rudolph.
Yes, we do
Um,
the reindeer run as well. So again, another brilliant optional extra as well. And also we do a family snowmobile safari, which is very popular. The snowmobiling is super popular to do.
there's also an option for cross country skiing, but I don't know anyone's taken it yet because it's not really for the faint-hearted, is it?
No, I don't see many 4-year-olds opting to do that, but there's lots of multi-generational families and grandparents who have had a love of skiing that want to try a bit of cross-country skiing. But yeah, it's definitely for the fit. That's for sure. It definitely gets the heart pumping.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the only other one we've got left off there, you've got a snowmobile Northern Lights adventure, haven't you? And you've got a snowmobile safari. So what's the difference with those
Yeah,
two?
so really the main thing is the time of day that it's doing. So on the snowmobile Northern Lights, you're obviously going in the evening, and the main aim is to go and see the Northern Lights and try and experience that. And whereas the family snowmobile safari is for families during the day that want to go off and do some snowmobiling and experience Lapland through the scenery of the forest, etc., on a snowmobile. Yeah, just to note that for children they are pulled along on a sledge or a sleigh, so it is a full sleigh from on the snowmobile excursions, and it's obviously the adults with full driving licenses that drive the snowmobile.
Yes. What's the age range of the kids that will be on the sleigh as opposed to on the
So
snowmobile?
children over 120 centimetres can ride on the back of a snowmobile. Those under, and they have to be 4 and above to do these excursions, will be on the back of a sleigh.
Okay, and you need to take your driver's license with you as well, don't you?
Absolutely. Don't forget that driver's license. They're very strict in Finland. You have to have a driving license to obviously drive a snowmobile, and it's actually harder than you think. Yeah, you've got to have some good arm muscles, but it's great fun, and it's definitely something I would recommend doing.
Will a provisional license cut it if you got maybe like an 18-year-old who's learning? Will that cut it?
No, I
Do you know?
think a full driving license is what's needed.
Yeah, yes, okay, it's good to know. So from all of your experience with doing this, then, have you got any kind of any standout stories or things that have really come back from you that people have just loved and you took to heart a bit?
Yeah, I think it goes back to making memories and being able to see the children's faces and it having that one-on-one time with your family. It's so important. I know for myself, it's just been the summer and we've spent some great time together, but as a family, a working family with children at school, sometimes them experiences are rare, and it's just so amazing to be able to experience that part of the world with your family. And it is something like no other. It is like stepping into Narnia. You feel so remote and you really feel like you're in a different world, and it's just taking yourself away from modern day life and being able to have a Christmas like no other and make them memories with family.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's something that me now, my kids have grown up and almost all of them are left home. It just flies by so fast.
Yeah,
And
just got to grab
you
it
think,
by
oh,
the
well,
hand and do it.
absolutely, yeah. Because you think, oh, we'll do it next year, we'll plan it in a couple of years' time, it'll be fine. And just before you know it, just life 100% takes over. And I still get a little bit upset when the guys they come home for the weekend and they go off again, kind of with their work and stuff. And it's still like I still hate the fact that they're not living here anymore.
I know. See, I'm in
Um,
a different environment. I'm at that stage where I have to keep reminding myself that they're not going to be little for very long, and I need to just take the chaos and run with it because one day I will miss it. And I think that's the same for these sort of trips, really. We go on sale so far in advance because we know that people like to plan it and get it in the diary and be able to have the time to pay for it, because obviously we realise that it's an added bonus holiday. It's not necessarily, they'll still have their summer holidays. But yeah, we're on sale obviously for next year, 2026. We still have availability for 2025. We've got our free child places, but that for 2025 and 2026, but they will be ending soon for 2025. There's still some to be had. So if it's something that's been in the back of people's minds and they just need that extra reassurance to just do it, they definitely won't regret it. They'll have an amazing time. Then it's not too late.
yeah, we also have on top of that because you're around about 2 years out, aren't you? You can kind of book for. So it's
Yeah.
26 we book for now, but then it won't be long, and 27 will come on sale kind of end of this season now.
Yeah, so 2027 is due to go on sale usually between Christmas and New Year, a couple of years prior. It's not set in stone yet, but that's usually about the time that it goes on sale, is around Christmas and New Year for 2 years ahead, really.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So as other people, and we believe at Boullies Travel that everybody should be able to get to experience this, and it is tough for some people. So we offer things as some optional extras. We can do savings accounts for customers. So some people saving is difficult, but you still want to give the ultimate magical experience for the family. So we offer kind of savings packages where we'll do a direct debit of whatever fits people to help them to be able to save for it. So they can save for kind of a full 2 years out if they're not on sale yet, 3 years out. Really, you can decide how long you want to save for to be able to make it work. So if you've got some new kids right now, some new kids, some babies right now, and you want to plan for a few more years ahead, we can absolutely do a savings account, and it all goes into the CAA trust account, and everything's all kind of monitored that way. And then they have a nice deposit built up when it's ready. When they come on sale, they can book, so we can get in nice and early to get the early bird prices, and get everything secured and actually make it reality for people. Because I do know it's tough for some people, but it's something everybody should be able to experience at least once. If you're ever thinking about that, then by all means, drop us a message because I'd love to be able to help you guys out with that. Is there anything else we've got to talk about? I think we've covered off pretty much everything, haven't we?
We've covered a lot, haven't we? But yeah, just to go on that point, we've got low deposit. The deposits are £150 per person, and along with things like the free child places, it makes it that little bit more doable for our families. Yeah. And obviously, anyone that is looking to go on one of these trips and wants to get an idea of price and dates, they should definitely contact you at Boullies Travel. We've been working closely together, Jason, and I know how much the product means to you.
I absolutely love it, completely love it. Yeah, so thank you for that. I really appreciate it. For somebody who's listened to it now and they're like, this is absolutely the package that we need to go and do, what are you going to tell them to go and book? What's the message for them?
I think is just you enjoy it, book it, don't think about it. Just make sure that you have the most magical memories with your family. You won't regret it. It's a once in a lifetime holiday at Santa's Lapland, obviously making a Christmas like no other, and let us do all of the rest of the work.
Yeah, it's a truly stress-free experience for the customers, which is important because going back to making the memories and connecting, they get a real good connection time with the family. They haven't got to worry about when's the transfer is happening, when dinner time, these other things. Everything's taken care of 100%, and you can just spend all of that time unplugged from everything else going on in life just for a few days and absolutely connect with the kids before they grow up like mine and leave home.
Yeah,
And
such a
it
short
happens so
time
fast.
frame, isn't it?
It really is, and it doesn't feel like it when you're in it. It really doesn't, as you said. It doesn't feel. It feels like it goes on forever, but it honestly doesn't. And you have to grab the bull by the horns
Yeah,
and just do it. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
embrace the fun.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. Thank you for your time today. It's been really good catching up with you. You are an absolute mind of knowledge when it comes to Lapland. And I think it's one of the best packages. As a independent travel agent, I can book literally any package on the marketplace. And as I've said, for young families, I absolutely recommend yours 100% because it's the best. So if anybody now is tempted to want to book up a Lapland trip, please get in contact. I'll stay on the phone talking to you for hours about it because I absolutely love talking about Lapland. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, it's the
There's no better
best.
package out there, in my opinion. So get in contact. You want to call us on 02921 661507 or visit our website, bulliestravel.com, or find me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, any other number of social profiles out there. Drop us a message and I'll absolutely get back to you. So thanks for joining us today. I hope you found it useful. Get in contact and I would love to make this next Lapland trip come to life for you. Bye for now.
Thanks, Jason. Bye.